What's going on, everybody? It's been so long since I've done a live on a Sunday. It's a busy month. Yeah, December's right. With everything going on, it's just the hobby gets pushed aside sometimes, but it's definitely not forgotten because I've got lots to work on. Hey, everybody! Thank you for joining. We've got Mark and Bubs. We've got Anthony Dodge. How's it going, Anthony? And infield layout in the loft. How are you today? All right. So, Sunday brunch kit builds. We're here normally every Sunday. Sometimes, I start at 10, sometimes at 11. So I thought, well, why not start at 11:15? Just got back from taking my wife to work. So I was already set up. I was already prepped, good to go. So I'm going to show you what I'm working on today. Bubs, who's in the chat there, he was nice enough to give me these, two sets of these Sylvan. They're ore cars, iron ore, and these are the short barrel cars. There's two versions. There's a longer barrel and then a shorter barrel, and possibly even cracker barrel. No, there's no cheese in here. But yeah, Canadian product. If you've ever built kits before, then this might be up your alley. Because it's resin, and I've never really done any of these before. But I did start. I opened up one box. He had one ore car that was kind of, started, and I went through the process of going through all the pieces, taking a look, and this is how far I got on one of them. I have 5 that are potentially right almost there, almost ready to be painted. I know it's very bright, I'm sorry, but yeah, so I've got a couple of grab irons on the ends. I've added the wire for the handrail. I even added couplers to it yesterday. I have a whole bunch of couplers, extra couplers laying around. I had a bit of an issue where, because everything needs to be glued together. So when I glued the coupler in, the whole thing became glued. And I was like, that's a lot of glue. And the coupler would not move like side to side. So I had to take it out and I had to cut off the actual coupler. I don't know what you'd call it, but the coupler pocket. I cut off the coupler pocket and I replaced it with another whole coupler pocket that was external to this. The coupler pocket is built into it, so I had to cut it out and then put in a new one. And now it's good. The only thing that I still need to do with this is drill holes for the trucks to screw to. I tried just, hand tightening it to see if the screw would actually go into the resin, and it didn't. So I have to pre-drill the hole and then I'll be able to put it in. But I've got 5 of these that are already, pretty decent. I like them. And I was already planning on getting a bunch because Rapido is going to be, well, they've already announced it. They released it, but it's on its way. There's probably a shipping container somewhere filled with them. And they probably won't be here till the end of January, probably. So on top of that, because when you buy these kits, it doesn't come with trucks or couplers. It's basically just your car. It's a shell of a car. And it's already, it's a decent weight, but I could probably add more weight to it if I can get weight inside there, probably. But he also threw me these trucks. These are 100-ton Atlas trucks. And there's obviously there's enough to do all 10 sets. But I just want to show you just in case you ever want to do some of these. So you'll need to still buy couplers, trucks, and the little screws as well. I don't that they're not there, but I'll show you those later. But it's a great project, great kit to work on. I usually do it while I'm working, like doing my actual 9 to 5, because I like to keep busy. I like to keep my hands moving so I don't fall asleep, because sometimes it gets very tiring. But hey everybody, thanks for joining. Hey Dwight, hey Kyle, welcome. All right, now one thing I'm going to note, and I am super sorry, Sylvan, but the instructions for these are just awful. And I mean they're nice enough to include these pictures. So there's 2 versions. There's the long and the short, like I told you, and then they were done by that's a short car. So that was an early Ontario Northland short barrel ore car, and they were also done by CN. And now CN has 2 different versions. There's the scale test car, and then they've got a short barrel ore car. And that's kind of what that looks like there as well. That's the test car. So they give you those pictures as well included in it, so that you can kind of look at the real thing, basically. And then for the longer cars, you've got the more up-to-date version, which is with the chevron for O&R, and basically same look for the long CN. So Bubs is actually, he's in the field today. So if you do see or hear that a train is coming, let me know, and you can come up here and we can rail fan while we're working away. Let me know. Okay. So as I was saying, I'll show you the instructions here because they're kind of weird. So that's basically, I don't know if you can see them or not. So that's basically the exploded parts right there. And it just kind of shows you roughly how you were going to do it. If it was short or long, it's basically the same thing, but with a few minor differences. So I'm going to show you now what you get inside the box. I'm just going to tilt this down. There we go. All right. So we took the top part off here. So, okay, so you get your 5. These are your shells. Right, they're hollow. They are resin. Right, very clean. They're nice. Not too much work would need to be done on those specifically. This is where all the work is. So they print out a sheet like this, and that's all your parts. So there's the frame for the base. There's your bottom, the main, and then some roof details, and your walkways, and then all your handrails and other little bits throughout. Some of them happen to fall off, like that's your coupler cover. And you should get 5 of these sheets. Some are already, kind of taken apart, which is fine. They don't really stay together all that well anyways. And you get, now because this is the CN version, you get CN decals. And gives you a number of different numbers there so that you can change so that they're all not the same number. So you get enough decals included, which is awesome because, I mean, you could go to, who does it? Highball. Highball Graphic does the decals for it. but not necessary if you already have them. And they also give you lots of this wire. I don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah, you can see it all in here, right? It's all wire that they give you to be able to do the handrails and grab irons and stuff. Then they give you this little baggie as well. There's some extra parts in here. So there's the brake wheel. There is the ladder steps that go right down here. I don't know if you can see that or not. They're black compared to the rest of it. Then there are grab irons for the ends. I don't know if you can see those, but you kind of have to snip them. And then, like, they say to drill the holes, but because I don't have a drill, I just snip the grab iron really close, and then I'm able to glue it right to it. And I haven't had any issues. And you do the same thing on both ends. So that's really neat. And then there's other little parts here, like these tanks. And then there's little arms that come out from the wall to hold them. And yeah, they're the brake wheels here. And you can see I kind of did the grab irons on there, or the rail walkways. And then another difference between the two, with the short barrel, the roof hatches here, you can see that it's just a pole that comes up with the little wheel on the top. For the larger ones, there's actually 3 legs that come down from that just to kind of prop it up. But with the short ones, it doesn't have it. It's just a pole that comes up. Yes, thanks again, Bubs. Now, the only thing I haven't done on this one yet, there is some detail that goes right along here. I'm yet to do that because I'm still trying to figure it out in the picture. So we'll see what happens at that point. Here's a neat thing. So I guess you're wondering why I have little Smarties boxes. Yes, it's still leftover candy from Halloween, but it's a small little box that's sturdy. And as you can see, if I go to lay this down, now that it has couplers on it, it's going to not sit flat. So I just sit it on my little Smarties box, which elevates it. And, if I need to do some work on it or whatever, it's there. And I don't have to worry about it like bending the couplers or anything like that, or sitting awkwardly or rolling away because they're, round, right? So, but I'm going to get started with some of these because I've got a lot of cleaning to do. There's, as you can see, there is, I could try doing this one at a time, like start to finish and all that, which is totally fine. Just to kind of give you an idea. Some tools you'll need: X-Acto knife or modeling knife. I've got a file here that I found that works really well. It's triangular, but I've got a whole file set here of little hand files that are perfect for doing different things and getting different angles. But the first thing you want to do, because the connection here at the bottom, that needs to be flat. So I'm just going to file that off a bit. Now, keeping in mind, I've done 5 of these already. I'm not an expert by any means, but I've kind of worked it out so that I kind of know what I'm doing. Also, I've got an example. I can use my little example card here if I need to remember how to do certain things. So, or the placement of certain things, I should say. But they go together fairly easy. And this kind of makes me want to try other Sylvan kits as well. They just released another caboose that's exclusive to Otter Valley. So go check that out. I think it's a Point St. Charles that they did. And with the fact that those go for like $500 on eBay, definitely no way I'm going to be spending $500. So it'd be nice to do a kit. It's part of the hobby, right? Like if a manufacturer doesn't make a ready-made model, mind you, now this one is going to be produced by Rapido. But if they didn't, then I would have to technically get these little kits here in order to be able to have the model itself. Otherwise, you know, that wouldn't happen. So this one looks like it's mostly good. Now, while I'm working away here, I'm going to talk to everybody who's in the chat about this week, because this is a big week. Not really just for me, but you know, for the model railroad community, because we've got a number of live shows going on this week that you'll definitely want to tune into. So for starters, this Thursday, so the 23rd, we've got Keeping Track. I've just finished uploading Keeping Track for December, and that goes live at 7 p.m. this Thursday. The runtime is about 33 minutes, so that'll take us to about, you know, almost a quarter to 8. Well, if you're already online and it's almost 8 o'clock, you'll be able to stick around for GVO After Dark, because this month we're doing the Christmas episode. Every year we do a Christmas themed show. Last year we gave away some presents. I believe Santa stopped by. He took over the stream, and we gave away lots of awesome gifts to the viewers, and yeah, it was really awesome. I like giving back. I like giving back to the community, you know. And this year we've got a couple of sponsors that will be helping us out with prizes that we can give away. For example, one of our big ones is Otter Valley. Otter Valley sent me a box of stuff. I don't know if you guys caught the unboxing or the video that shows all the stuff that they bought, or they sent me. But if you haven't, go check it out. You know, whenever you get a chance, because not only am I giving away a locomotive, but I'm giving away lots of other neat cars and things that you can use for your railroad. So we've got an auto rack, a hopper, a building kit. I've got, I'm trying to remember everything. Geez, did I say decoder already? I'm pretty sure I said decoder. But there's going to be specific prizes. So, for example, if you're a member of the GVO membership program, you will be entered to specifically win one of two prizes. So if you're part of the silver or the platinum, then you are entered to win the locomotive. And there's only 5 of you right now. So it's a 1 in 5 chance that someone's going to win that locomotive, unless other people sign up. For the bronze, so if you're either bronze, silver, or platinum, you also have a chance to win the auto rack. Now, the big thing with both of these prizes here, the locomotive itself, it's DCC sound. I don't know if you guys saw the video, but it's an SD70i CN locomotive. So it's a very, very nice locomotive. It has sound and whatnot. It runs great, I promise. And yeah, it'll make a great addition to anybody's collection. And the auto rack, it's a Atlas, and the value of that, I mean, they usually go for about $100 or so. So it's also very nice, very well detailed. I did a video on that. Go check that out. And then our next sponsor was Miniprints, miniprints.com. So Bernard, he was nice enough to send a gift card. So it was a $50 gift card to Miniprints, $50 US, to the Miniprints website. So you can basically go on there, shop away, and yeah, you can buy a bunch of stuff, cool stuff. And another good thing is that there's actually going to be a promo code. So the promo code will go live on Thursday, and I'll let you know what it is the day of. So make sure you follow along on the social media and whatnot, or if you don't have other forms of social media and you just go on YouTube, just watch for the promo code during both GVO After Dark and Keeping Track, because I will be sharing that promo code multiple times, because you'll be able to save. You'll be able to save when you purchase on Miniprints, on the Miniprints website, just by putting in the promo code, obviously. Also, Grand Central Scenery. And you guys are going to see some cool stuff with them coming up real soon. And I have a bunch of winter trees that are perfect for your winter layout. If you've got a layout and you're trying to depict a winter scene, or if you're doing a Christmas display for, let's say, because a lot of people put trains going around the tree, like a big tree, or you'll do like a little scene with a train going through a Christmas village kind of deal. You'll want some nice looking winter trees for that. So I've got a few trees that are covered in snow. They're all handcrafted, thanks to them, and someone's going to win those as well. So again, lots of cool stuff going on there on Thursday with the GVO After Dark and Keeping Track and whatnot. So again, busy month. It's been super busy. So yeah. And let's see. Also with Christmas coming up as well, everybody getting busy with family stuff and all that. So I tried a couple of different glues just because I haven't touched on this in a while. This is what I'm using, Instacure. I tried a couple of different ones, and this works the best. Actually, it almost works too well because like as soon as it grabs plastic to plastic, it's done. It holds and you're good. I'm holding it still because I don't want certain pieces of this to move. So I want to make sure that it stays almost centered here with everything. And you don't even need a lot. I'm going to make this look real easy. It takes a little bit, especially patience. You need to have patience for this stuff. If you don't have the patience, then you're not going to have fun. And unfortunately, that's how it is with the hobby. With certain things, you just have to have a certain level of patience. But I really hope Jingles the Bacon Elf will be making a return. Hey Brian, how's it going? Biddy, what are you doing? Oh, I know. You're touching things that you shouldn't be. Now I want to just make sure that this car is very well secured with the glue. I put a decent amount. I don't drown it in glue. So I just want to make sure that everything is centered and everything holds, because these cars here, you usually do a long train. Like a really long train. I already have about 18 cars of the long barrel ore that I have on order, all Ontario Northland. So I'm really, really excited for that. Get out of the box. Get out of the box. Get out of the box. Thank you. Thank you for getting out of the box. Thank you for not sitting in the box. Okay, now it's going up here. All right. So you can already see it's kind of taking shape. You've got your, your base, like your bottom and your base, and this is, I mean, that's almost a flat car if you put a flat top on there. A short flat car, of course, but and that didn't take too long whatsoever. And I'm just kind of mindlessly talking away while I do this, so. But yeah, if anybody wants to sign up to become a member, you have a couple of days left. And I'm going to put the names in. I have to organize all that so that I'm pre-set up for the live show. So now you'll see that there's this bump right in the middle here, and you'll see there's two ridges here. It's basically because that's where that goes. That's how you know it's centered. And as far as everything else, this end is no different than this end. However, this end is different from this end. So it won't matter which way this goes on this part here. You just got to make sure it's on there, it's centered, and then you're good to glue. So I'm just holding that, I'm squeezing it, and I'm just putting the glue right along the side here. That'll fill that in, and it'll also lock it right down. Now, also, as far as shows, we obviously have, Thursday, and then I believe Friday is Christmas Eve. Friday is Christmas Eve, yep. And then Saturday, if you guys already are not aware, Sparky 107, he will be doing a live Christmas Day. I believe it's going to be at nighttime, and he's also giving away a bunch of stuff as well. So make sure you go check that out. I'm probably going to be there because I work Christmas anyways. I work Christmas Day, but I get all day with the kids. And then at 4 o'clock, I retire to my workspace, which is right over there. And then I work all night. I'm not a big fan of turkey anyway, so I don't feel like I'm missing too much. This is where all the hate comes. What do you mean you hate turkey? I'm more of a chicken guy or ham. I like ham at the holidays. That's my thing. I don't know. Turkey tends to be very dry. I gotta be honest with you, but anyway, there's the main part of one car. That didn't take too long at all. So I'm gonna sit him there, and we're gonna take a look at some of the other pieces that are on these things here. So we've got the walkways, which are at each end here. So I'm just going to take those off. And then I'm going to clean them up. If anybody else is working on anything, if you want to share some of your modeling knowledge, let us know. Okay. Sparky's show is at 4 p.m. So right when I start work, it's going to be super dead anyways, because, I mean, who's going to call in for technical support on Christmas Day? I can tell you, because I've worked Christmas Day for the past, oh geez, how many years have I been there? 9 years. And in the past 9 years, Christmas Day has to be like the most boring day to work. But hey, it's a paycheck, so I'm not gonna complain or fight that. All right, so you got my walkways here, and now there's some roof. The roof hatches. So I'm gonna remove the roof hatches because I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. If not, I'm sure there's a more technical term for them, but I don't know what it is. And I collect all my extra parts over on the side here just to use for later. I'll throw them in the box here just because I don't want to lose any. And it's funny because I have where I work, I have a little pile like this. See how that's all like little scrap pieces of it's whatever you'd call this stuff, resin or whatever. So I have a little pile of resin, and I also have a little pile like this of parts, right? They'll just be in a pile like that. And my wife went into the office where I normally do this stuff, and I wasn't there. I was up in the kitchen, I think, making a sandwich. I don't know. But she had picked up the garbage scraps. She picked up all this. She put it together and she brought it upstairs, and she's like, "You really got to start cleaning up your mess." And I'm like, whoa, there's parts in there still. And she almost threw some of them out. And I'm like, I have a organized chaos. So that was a close call. Otherwise, there would be a lot of very bare looking cars, let me tell you, with a lot of missing parts. So this is a very thin, you can cut to it fairly easily. I'm not even pushing hard on this here. And I can just take some of that off the end there. Here. And now I've got my two roof vents or hatches as well. Hey, Missile Hunter, how's it going? You love turkey, eh? I mean, turkey's okay. Like, I'll eat it, right? Like a turkey sandwich, it's mostly the stuffing. I got to be honest with you. Stuffing is the only thing I really look forward to. But it depends on who made the stuffing and all that stuff, right? Yeah, stuffing is awesome. So that's really the only reason why I show up for Christmas or Thanksgiving. But yeah, with ham, it's like, ham is kind of boring, but then you put mustard on it and it's like, mustard and ham. I know, I'm weird, right? Everybody has their own thing, but Hey, James, how's it going? James is actually a contender for that locomotive that will be given away on Thursday. He's 1 out of 5 of the members that will be entered to win. So that's kind of cool. Alrighty. So now, because this is mostly dry, I'm going to say mostly dry. I mean, it's still a little tacky along here, but that'll dry. It's already holding, so it's not a huge deal. So I'm going to put some glue on the end. Hopefully I don't mess this up. And come on. Where's the voila? Okay, there it is. Okay. There, voila. And I put the little walkway right there. This is what it looks like without. Right? You can see right through it. And then when you add it, there, it's raised up there, and yeah. Whoop. Oh, you're working on the expansion. Nice. Bubs, keep me posted there on that. If it shows up. So I'm just going to do the walkway at the other end. And for those of you who are watching right now, Bubs is in the field, and not literally, but he's like, out somewhere. I think he's in near his hometown, in Ontario here. And he has a couple of spots where he likes to go rail fanning. And he's probably going to catch a train for us. Now, that's happened once before, where I was doing the Sunday Live like this, and I was working on a kit, and he couldn't join because he's not at home, but he's, yeah. So if he lets me know that a train's coming, then I'm gonna throw him up here, and we'll get to do some rail fanning while we're building away, which will be neat. All right, so now that those ends are on, I got to do these top roof panels. Now you'll notice that, or if you can see, in the middle there's a bump there. There's a somewhat of a little triangular hatch. That's where you put the rod. There's like a little hole, and you can put the rod in there for the hatch opening lever, I guess you'd call it. So they got to be on the outside. They can't be on the inside. They have to be on the outside. So it's just something to, note or pay attention to when you're building one of these. You always want to make sure that you're doing it right. And there's a little crease there that shows you the halfway point. And I'm just going to push that down. And there you go. Now the glue is going to hold that. It's already, like if I tried to lift that up right now, it would not come up. I would even probably break the piece if I tried to pull that up. Yeah, they're my little well, you can see here, right? Because I've got I was telling them earlier before you showed up. Whoa. It's not broken. Like I've got couplers on here and stuff, and it does not sit flat. So what I do is I use my little Smarties container, and I prop it up on that. That way it sits flat, and it's not going to roll away at all. So that's my almost finished model, where this is my just started model. Okay, Bubs, here's the link here. I'm adding it there in the chat. And whenever you can there, just jump on, and then so I'm going to add the other side now. And I want it to line up perfectly with this one, which it does. There we go. It's making me hungry. All right. So that's very, it's very basic as far as, the main construction, and that might have taken me 10, 15 minutes just to do that, little part, clean up the pieces. And I've already got 2, 3, 4, 5 parts on here. Now the detail really starts to happen when you get to doing the end pieces and the handrails and whatnot that go around it. That obviously that happens much later, and I might not be able to do that on camera just because I swear a lot at these things. So, just trying to keep this a family friendly kind of experience. So, okay. So next up, we've got these these are part of the roof hatch. So I got to add these on here. And there's 4 of them. There's 2 on each side of those. Looking at the instructions as well, it's like, what? Like, it's so, you can't really, like, unless you're like a wizard at this stuff. And believe me, I put together a lot of IKEA furniture. And even that is, less stressful than doing a kit like this. I like looking at kits that have already been done, opposed to like a black and white photo. I find that I'd have an easier time looking at one that somebody's already done, opposed to, well, you should do it like this. So, and there's been many other pictures and whatnot, and I'm going to show you here, because even these pictures here that I found online, because I had posted that I was working on these, and somebody sent me some grays of the Rapido ones. And I'm like, oh, that makes so much more sense looking at something like that, opposed to looking at something like that. You know what I mean? It's just, when you see that side by side, and then, you see more detail. This is the long barrel, because it only has that one end detail piece there on the side of the barrel, where the shorter one has 2, and they're right in the middle. You see that? So, yeah, there's that. And then this one shows you a bit of both, if you guys can see that. And it shows you the end detail, the side detail, and the bottom detail. Of course, there's not too much bottom detail on these, because they are not Rapido. So there's that. Only Rapido is crazy enough to do that. All right, so now with these little hatch things, let's put a little dab of glue, and they kind of round up, and they go right up against, come on. There we go. See? So, I don't know if you can see that or not. You really can't, because it's all like one color, but if you can imagine that. So. Oh, hey, Mike. Thanks for coming aboard. If you hang out on Thursday, you definitely have a chance to win some cool stuff just for being a member. Now, for the members, you won't have to be there live, but if you are, I mean, it adds to the excitement, right? Because I'm giving away a locomotive. I don't do that every day, so that'll be exciting. For everyone else, for all my other prizes, and even the members, you guys are welcome to fight for those other prizes like the gift cards and whatnot. But you can only win one time. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's going to be quite a night. And for those who don't know, because I like to keep track of things, keeping track. It'll actually be Dave Coe's 1-year anniversary on GVO After Dark as a permanent member of the crew, the GVO crew. Because like it was just prior to that he had stepped away from the hobby. Then he came back and he did N Scale, and then he did that for a couple of months, and then he's like, I can't do N Scale. It's like ridiculous. Like, I totally get it. I've been there too. And then he switched to HO scale. So he's like, well, the channel. And so I'm going to do more videos. And I'm like, well, why don't you join us for the lives? It's we always had great chemistry, the three of us, and the banter. It's all about the banter. So yeah, we totally make a great team. But now, because he's having a baby, he's gonna need some time off, which is totally cool. I remember being a first-time parent, to real children, opposed to the animals that I have running around now. But it's tough to get that new groove in there, and maintain sanity with a baby that's crying all the time, right? So I don't know if anybody here has had kids, but you definitely know what I'm talking about. But we're super happy for him and the missus. And he'll probably need some time off throughout 2022, which is totally understandable. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna keep it warm, but we're gonna keep it warm in the sense where we're gonna have some very special guests that will fill the seat every single month that he won't be with us. And we're going to keep things going. We're going to keep things interesting, and we're going to add some more value to it. Yeah, oh yeah, he'll need a break for sure. I'm 2 kids in, and I'm still waiting for a break. Now I'm cutting out all the, I guess you'd call them the railings, not the handrail railings, but the stanchion, the poles that hold the railing. I've got my roof details on there. You can see those 4 little things there. And everything looks good so far. It's when we get into the little details that I'm all like, oh, uh-oh. Now, I'll probably tell you more about it. Oh, well, at least a bit more about it on Thursday. So I've got a bunch of what I think is really special videos and things coming up that I will be doing. I don't want to give too much away, but I've got some projects that are on the go. Stanchion. Okay, so yeah. I thought it was called a stanchion, but I'm like, something else sounds like it would be a stanchion. And I'm like, no, that's not a stanchion. But yeah, it is a stanchion. Okay, thank you. There's so many little parts that I'm like, can't remember them all. Because then I got to remember, road names and everything else, road numbers, and I just can't. There's just too much. My brain doesn't allow me to remember all that. I'm starting to forget like song lyrics that I had memorized when I was 16, and now I can't remember those anymore. So I'm just like, I'll just hum the words, But I got to make room for the more useful information like stanchions. Who would have thought? All right. So even though these are very little pieces, you can see them all here. There's, I think there's about 10 there. These are all the stanchions that are going to go up on the ends of the car. So according to the instructions, there should be 2, 4, 6 on one end and a bunch on the other, but the other end has the brake wheel and stuff. So I'm not even going to do that end yet. I'm going to do the opposite end that just has a solid handrail thing going around it. Just for now, just to add more detail to it so you guys can kind of follow along. And also because I'm doing these as CN, I was super thrilled yesterday when Bubs stopped by and he dropped off the spray paint for them. And he's like, I bought this, intended to use it for them, and I don't need it, obviously. And I'm like, you just saved me so much time color matching and all that, because it is like that that coppery brown color that CN uses. And yeah, I'll be able to do them like no problem. I'll be able to spray them all brown and I'll be able to decal them real quick after that. And yeah, I'm really excited to get the trucks on so I can see them, moving around on the layout, and then I'll add more little parts and then I'll spray them and stuff. I want to make sure they work before I go through all the work of painting and decaling and then possibly weathering, because I'll want to weather them too. It's not like it's a $50 Rapido. Well, 55, I think. I think the prices went up. Oh, geez. So yeah, but anyways, I'm gonna do these start to finish because I have a bad habit of not doing that. I have a bad habit of starting something and not finishing it. Anybody else suffer from the same affliction as me? Oh yeah, James, you're 100% right. Trains, then wife, then kids. Well, I mean, it's the same thing when it comes to bills, like when I get paid, I pay my regular bills, my adult bills, like car payments and credit card payments and all that. Then I say, wife, do you need anything? And she'll say yes or no. And then I say, do the kids need anything? Yes or no. And then when I've gotten 2 no's, then I'm like, I'm going shopping because you guys might not need trains, but I need some trains. And it's so hard this time of year because it's like Christmas and I want to make sure my kids have a great Christmas. Always want to make sure that, like, I always try to do what my parents couldn't. Not that they couldn't, but when you're little and you ask for things and they're like, no, or that's not possible. That's not doable. Well, I'm trying my hardest to give my kids all the things that I never had. So that's my story. Hey, Split Rock. Hey, Railroad Empire. We're talking about some deep stuff right now. No, just kidding. We're working on some ore car kits. I don't know if you guys have tried your hand at these before, but these are by Sylvan, and yeah, they are neat little kits. Yeah, I mean that like it kind of started when my youngest was born. I found out I was having a boy, and because I was moving a lot, I didn't really have, the time or the money or the patience or the tools to actually set up a layout and whatnot. But when I found out my youngest was a boy, I said, I'm pulling out the stuff. I'm gonna, build a little bit of a train thing, you know, um, yeah, just do all that stuff. Um, Especially like I remember being little and getting my first set when I think I was about 3. My uncle, he gave me a bunch of stuff, and we had a layout in the basement before the basement was redone, and it was a 4x8 by with a 4x4 extension, so it was almost like an L, and it was a loop going around the whole thing with an Atlas. You guys know the Atlas turntable. That piece of garbage. No, the Atlas turntable right in the middle, and obviously it was DC because we're talking like 30 plus years ago, and yeah, so that was my first set, and then when my parents redid the basement, the layout came down, and I bugged and I bugged and I bugged, and I said, when are we going to build a new one? When are we going to build a new one? Then we eventually did a 4x8, just a 4x8 with legs, and it had a double main loop with a crossover, and we still had the turntable. But that was back when you had to be resourceful because they didn't have the kind of stuff that they have now. So we basically took AstroTurf, that golf green grass, and wrapped the entire top of the 4x8 plywood, and then put the cork on top of that, and then Atlas track and whatnot. I'm just trying to be resourceful, right? I mean, I was a kid. I happier than ever. Just having that, right? But now everything is like very next level. So I would hold out for a Walthers, to be honest with you. The Walthers turntables with the electronic add-on that you can get, because you can program it and everything, and it's DCC friendly. So, oh, no doubt, my kid's already come to me and asked if he could weather. He wants to learn how to weather cars. My kids are very artsy, kind of like their old man. And I said, well, look, let's be realistic here. Not to degrade the fact that you're a child, but $50 car, I've seen your paintings. You're not a Picasso. So when we get a chance, when things, because, obviously Ontario has been through so many lockdowns. And I want to take them to a local shop that has some consignment stuff, and we'll pick out a couple of neat cars that he'll like. And if he wants to throw it against the wall, I don't care. It's it's a car, if he wants to paint on it, I don't care. But it's going to be his, and he'll be able to do whatever he wants. But I'm going to show him how he can do it to make it look good. And, he'll practice and practice, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, if you start him out with something that's not as expensive, then it doesn't seem as bad. Just got to wait to, well, that's what I'm thinking, James. Larkspur has tons of consignment stuff. And also they got some stuff that Dad would want too. So they got a whole bunch of O&R stuff in there like not too long ago. And I'm just like, oh, I don't have that number. Oh, I don't have that number. And I scored about like 5 or 6 box cars, as if I didn't have enough already, that were like, okay priced. But it's O&R, so I don't, I didn't really look at the price tag. I'm just like, yeah, bag it and tag it, So we got to swing by there and see if I can find some other neat cars for him. Try to get an answer out of getting a direct answer out of him is not really easy, though. Like, what road name do you like? I don't know. You show him a picture. I like that one. I like that one. I also like that one. I'm like, okay, so which one do you like? Well, I like all of them. I'll take whichever one you give me. I'm like, okay, sounds simple enough, but it's like, do you like it because you actually like it, or do you like it because I'm just willing to get it for you? Whereabouts is the cabin? Is it in Ottawa or is it outside Ottawa? There's actually a place in North Bay that I really want to go. It's kind of like one of those things where you go with the wife, leave the kids at home, and you can actually stay. Like your hotel room is an O&R caboose. There's a hot tub and everything, so it's like, doesn't matter what time of year you go, you can still have a good time. And it's an O&R caboose, and you get to sleep in the O&R caboose. And I'm going to say it one more time. I would really like to go sleep in an O&R caboose and just take pictures of it. I'd really annoy the heck out of my wife with it, but what can you do? Oh, look at what we've got. Hello. Bubs, can you hear me? I don't think you can hear me. Bubs, are you there?
One calling on 305. Hello?
He's out in the snow. Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Do you got me?
It's very iffy. Oh, it looks like a butte out there today. Look at that blue sky. Can I get rid of that banner? Let me get rid of that banner. Hey, Anthony,
just to let you know, we have a westbound freight.
Westbound freight?
Yep.
Anthony, if you want some snow, I'll send you some snow. Because after this, I gotta plow the driveway, and I'm not looking forward to it. Look at all that Procore.
A lot of tank cars.
Do you know where she's headed?
Say again?
Do you know where it's headed?
Sorry, couldn't hear you. My bad. Oh, here we go. We got the mid unit coming up. And there we go.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to shut my cam off for a minute.
All right.
But I still got you.
You're still there, right? Yeah? Bubs, are you still there? I don't think he's there still. He was having some connection issues there. I'm sure he'll be back. He's in the background here, but he'll pop back up. Yeah, it's I can't remember where you are geographically, Anthony, but in Canada, lots of snow. I think the farther north you go, it tends to be a bit worse, obviously. Ottawa in Ontario here, where I live, it's kind of hit and miss. I mean, like we've gone through right through to New Year's Day without seeing, snow on the ground. But then, like this month, I've already had to plow out there once, and it snowed really bad last night, so I'm gonna be out there again today. But like last week, it was like all the snow had disappeared. It seemed like a spring day. It was like plus 15, which is decent because when as long as it's above plus 10, it's just like sweater weather. And you can just go outside and, enjoy the weather, right? But yeah, when it gets down to today where it's like minus 10, minus 15, yeah, it gets to be a bit much on the face, you have to wrap up and all that stuff.
Yeah, sorry about that. There, just as the train went by, I was getting a phone call, but I couldn't answer because I'm driving.
All good. Things happen like that. It's all good.
I'm getting a really slow sounding Anya right now.
A slow sounding Anya? I don't know what that means. What's a slow sounding Anya? I think the audio still cuts out. like I think the snow was okay like when I was younger because I would go snowboarding. That was what I did. But now that I'm an adult and I have to shovel the driveway, or I got to plow now, so I can just plow the driveway. It's a long driveway, so there's no way my back would allow me to shovel that, or at least live to tell the tale. But yeah, snow gets pretty. I think the thing that makes the snow bad is the city plow that will come by and make that mound of snow at the end of your driveway when you've already plowed everything. And the first snowfall that we had, the plow that went by, he decided to go at least, like, if this is where my driveway ends, he went 7 feet out from the end of the driveway. So not only did I have to plow my driveway, but I had to plow 7 feet out and the width, which is a 2-car lane driveway. So it made it that much more exhausting and that much more work. And the fact that it was wet snow, which if you've ever tried to lift wet snow opposed to the pow pow, it's like you're not doing it. And the plow, it's not that great at hucking wet snow. It just spills out the front, So it was quite quite the ordeal that day. Especially like when you finish doing your whole driveway and then the plow decides to go by, and it's like, oh, come on. Now I got to go out again and clean up the mess from the plow. Oh, Bubs, I'll let you in a minute there. I'm just holding something until it glues. Oh. That's another thing. Trying to get these things to stand up at a 90-degree angle is... it's not tough, but it's quite a task, as you can kind of see there.
Hey, so I'm on audio right now because there's nothing at the moment for the next little bit.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you. No. And I just, as soon as I turned away, I looked back and a fast Via just went through.
Oh. It's all good.
Yeah.
They get pretty.
Yeah,
pretty
caught
fast.
you a nice, good freight train.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And I'm sure everybody watching does too.
Yeah. Actually, by the time it should be hitting Lancaster soon. If I hear the hot box, you should be able to hear the hot box here soon. They're going off on the scanner.
Oh yeah, okay. So whereabouts are you? Just for those who are watching and might be interested in.
Somewhere near. I gotta pull out my chart here.
You can give us the subdivision and all that.
Well, I'm on the Kingston sub, along there.
Sub? Okay.
Yes, and I'm somewhere between 50 milepost 54 and milepost 43.
43. Okay. Mark is going to get right on that. No. I don't know where Mark went. Mark was there, but now he's gone.
No, I caught the Via Rails axles going through the hot box. That was 28.
Yeah.
28 axles.
Oh wow.
I don't know what that CN was though.
Did the Via have a couple of locos, or was it just one?
Oh.
5-4.0. Alarms. Temperature S7.
So that freight train was going 40 miles an hour, and it had 600 axles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that Via beat the freight train as soon as the freight train got through the hot box.
That's kind of nuts.
Yeah. So far, there's nothing else right now at the moment. I am, though, on a mission, though, for Tristan.
What are you looking for?
Apparently, this morning, 4642, one of the BC Rail -9 four-window cabs, it's coming this way on the Kingston sub. And the others are all in storage or scrapped. It's the only one that's running right now. And apparently, he wants me to try and catch it and get video of it.
Yeah, that'd be a good catch.
Yeah. This morning, it was at Liverpool Junction.
Yeah.
Which is basically where the York sub meets the Kingston. And there's people coming out here today getting the snowmobile trails ready.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. How much snow did you get last night?
About maybe 10 to 15 centimeters at least. Not
okay.
much. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't hear you there when the train was going through what you were saying there. It was a little bit quieter and that train was loud.
Oh, all good. All good. I totally get it. It happens. It's not as noisy on my end, but yeah, when you're like sitting trackside like that, they're very, very loud. And the rumble too.
Yeah. And even though you're going through my truck speaker right now, it's pretty quiet. I don't know why.
James says that there's a YouTuber from Australia that ordered from OVR, and it took 4 months.
I wonder how much the shipping was charged for that.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I know that this is like the worst time of year for like shipping anything, but shipping overseas as well. I've ordered from Australia, and it took 3 weeks. So, never 4 months. I've ordered from China, and it's taken 3 months.
Well, that's because it's coming over by ship.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, container ship, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who would be at fault for that one. I doubt it would be Otter Valley because they're not a shipping company. Like, they ship the product, but if it takes that long, it's whatever, Canada Post or whoever it is that the shipper is.
Yeah. But, so far, there was quite a bit of action though this morning.
Yeah, no doubt. Especially with the Via and whatnot flying through there so quickly.
Well, so far this morning, I caught an eastbound. It's stuck in Kodo Junction, apparently, though. Yeah, it's stuck there right now. And then I just caught 2 westbound freights just now. And then I did catch a video 1 Via because we're going so slow behind the freight train, following it 2 miles behind. But I just missed that last Via train.
All good. It happens, I guess.
But I did post that intermodal train on my YouTube page.
Oh, okay. Mike, I specifically, I am modeling these Sylvan kits. It's a short barrel ore car made by Sylvan, and it's a resin kit.
Oh, I thought they were long barrels. I gave you.
No, these are the short barrels.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that.
Oh, Mike, which prints did you get from Miniprints?
That's one thing I forgot to let you borrow. Forgot to let you borrow there when I came by yesterday.
What's that?
My pin drill.
Yeah, I was thinking about that when I was working last night. I'm like, I wonder if he had it on him.
I did. It's in the truck. I forgot to give it to you.
All good, all good. Whatever. I'll do it Thursday. It's not even a big deal.
Yeah. But
I'm gonna.
no, I won't be able to make the run down to contemplating. Tristan says he'll try and catch that. He wants me to try and catch that another day, but I guess his BC unit is the priority to try and catch.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
He wants it as his Christmas gift.
Oh yeah.
Just to catch it. He wants me to catch it so it's his Christmas gift.
Huh. Well, he's not a picky shopper.
Nope. If it's just a video of 4642 on the train, fair enough. It was leading on the Bala when it came down to Toronto, but apparently it's acting as a mid DPU right now on this train coming eastbound.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Mike, did you get the new caboose that was exclusive to OVR? Because they look really nice. I'm thinking about getting one, just because like this is my first time actually doing resin kits like this, and I probably wouldn't have if it wasn't for Bubs. So because he gave me 2 of these kits, and I'm like, okay, I appreciate it. And then you start building it, and you're like, oh wow, okay, so I mean, hidden skill or hidden talent, I guess. I don't know. When you don't think that you can do something and then you end up doing it, and you're like, yeah, it's easier than I thought.
Plus, you could do a comparison with your TLT.
That's true. Mine will look like garbage compared to the Rapido ones, but but yeah, I might do the wide vision caboose, which or not the wide vision, the Point St. Charles, I think it is. Might have to get a Point St. Charles kit. Yeah, and the cool thing with those kits, so basically, Otter Valley has the trucks for them, so you can buy the trucks separately, and it also tells you the exact paint colors to use to be able to paint it correctly, and they carry the paint as well. So it's a basic one-stop shop for all that stuff. Get your caboose, your paints, your trucks, and of course you want to add on some KDs. So there you go. You got yourself a brand new caboose. Now you just have to acquire the patience to do it without throwing it against the wall. Mike, if you are a big fan of Miniprints, join us on Thursday night because I'm giving away a $50 gift card to a lucky viewer for Miniprints. They are awesome. True Value Trains. I've never heard of them, James. True Value Trains. I will have to check them out. Name might be wrong. True Value Trains. At first I'm like, maybe you're being sarcastic and making fun of True Line trains, which are never a good value because they're like $500 for one of those now. I thought you were just being funny, but if it's an actual company, then I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'll look into it. I've never heard of True Value trains, but yeah, I'll check it out. So I did the railings, the railings on this side here. So I put 4 along the face and then 2 on the inside. Now on this side, I put the 2 inside ones, which are right there. You can kind of see them. And now I'm working on the little wall mount here. True Line trains, yeah. I've got a oh, it's right here. It's actually within grabbing distance. That's my True Line trains, Point St. Charles. I was actually very fortunate when I got this because in a world where everybody oversells things for like triple the cost of what you would pay retail, a good friend of mine had one of those and he sold it to me for $100. And I wasn't about to say no. And I'm not about to resell it either. Because I know that trying to find one of those again would be expensive. Very, very expensive. I wouldn't mind a brass one, actually. I'm kind of thinking of collecting a few brass cabooses. Mind you, with all the Rapido ones that are coming out in the wide vision, it almost makes it, silly for me to try to invest in O&R ones. So I might have to get some CN ones. Either CN or CP. I'm not sure yet, but it's on my list. I've got a very fine list, and I have to be very careful with that list. What I really want is the True Line trains, the CN, but Operation Lifesaver. So it's all white. And if any of you have ever seen that, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you want to talk about a rare caboose, that is a unicorn. Like, that's probably worth the 500. Not a regular CN caboose.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay. You cut out again?
I got called by Tristan this time.
Oh, what's he saying?
Apparently, there's a lot lined up in Belleville waiting to come eastward.
Well,
That's about 3 hours from now. So the stream will be over by then, but
Probably. It'll probably be over in a half hour or so. I've done a lot on this one car here, and I've talked a bunch. So, but yeah, I started at about 11:45, so I'll probably finish it up at 1:45 to 1. I got tons of snow to do outside anyway, so.
ooh, that bad, eh?
Oh yeah. But the roads are good. My street is not clean, but the roads are good. The main roads.
Oh, they are, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far it's quiet on the scanner. But it's been a good morning running around catching trains.
I bet it's been a few months since I've been out to Railfan or catch anything.
Well, today I guess there's a lot coming also to Smith Falls from what I heard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Tristan also told me 142 is coming, which is going to be in Smith Falls. Train 650, which is an ethanol train, is going to be meeting 143 in Montreal today, and then tomorrow there's another another 650, and those are the big ethanol trains that come through. So lots of traffic.
Yeah. I just wish I could get out to do some of that. James is going to OVR on Wednesday.
Oh.
Gonna go look at all the shiny new trains. Is James in the market for a -9?
No. No.
Not one that's previously owned. I'm talking about a new one.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, I won't sell your stuff.
I know. I know you won't.
I like giving you a hard time, though. I don't think James would want the BC Rail. He'd have to settle for the CN. And even that might be questionable.
That's even if you can do the radiuses.
I trust his track work. I feel like it would work on his layout. Outside mostly, but James is not in the market for a -9. All right, because I got a couple here that guy in Calgary had one on marketplace for sale, 400. True lines, safety first. Yeah. That's to me. I mean, unless it is brass, then it's not worth the 400. If it's just a true line, it's $100 caboose, 150.
Or mine, if there's so much work been done to it, then you can look at that price.
Well, see, now logically speaking, you've got 2 decoders.
Yes.
And you've got like 100 LEDs. So if somebody said that yours was not suitable to get that much money, they would no. That's out of line, sir. But it's because you put a lot of money into it. Not because they're hard to find.
No. There is a difference between that, like because of the work that's put into it, and because no one makes them, and everyone's like technically that's the price of a brass caboose.
Yeah. Yep. It's true. And you know what? If these Sylvan kits are doing really well, then who knows? They might do a like already made, already painted, already put together model that you can purchase, which would be amazing for those who aren't into that type of thing. And it's a Canadian company and it's made here in Canada, which is even better. No offense. I mean, it's just there should be more Canadian companies, but the cost, right?
Come on, Aurora.
Well, it's either it's going to happen or it's not going to happen. So hopefully it happens. And
Yeah.
but yeah, if there's no Canadian companies, then we're always going to pay that extra import fee and all that.
Yeah.
All right, James, thanks for dropping by today. Hopefully you come back on Thursday for GVO, and good luck to you if you win the locomotive. He's running a 25 and a 26-inch radius, so I feel like it would work.
That could be tight for a long 6-axle though.
Yeah. Mind you were running your Big Macs on my old layout, and some of those radiuses were very questionable.
Yeah. Well, there was air traffic there, but I'm also getting railroad traffic. Someone called into RTC.
Oh.
It's garbled.
You have yourself a great week there, Anthony. We'll see you on Thursday.
You getting that?
Sort of. It kind of sounds like gargling.
Yeah, it is, but it is someone calling in. So I'm guessing they're getting approval.
Transmission's not coming in quite clear.
Well, it is hard because it is also by distance, which you got to try and get.
Yep. Oh yeah. Mike, what do you model? What road names do you model? Just curious.
Ooh, it looks also pretty cold out there on the St. Lawrence.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just near my brother's place right now, and I'm just looking at the river, and it looks chilly out there.
Yeah. Yeah, when it's too cold like that, you want to stay inside.
Well, I'm in my truck.
Travis Delta Nose, Mike, 1,900 feet, eastbound, about a mile north of the 401, heading towards Lancaster and then up 34, north of 34.
Yeah. Let's see here. Go sit at the tracks here. Let's see if we can see anything. Like it went from sunny to overcast, but it's not looking like it's going to snow. It's just a nice little overcast right now.
But yeah, because there's a decent wind out there, right? So it's just moving clouds, right?
Oh yeah, but it's actually not that bad. It's actually pretty good. Like the wind's actually not that high.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I can't see the chat. I only just got you on screen right now. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Mike says that he
What's
mostly
the chat
runs.
saying?
Mike is saying that he runs mostly CN and VIA, but he also has UP, BNSF, because they run through here CN Tunnel.
Oh.
Yeah, I find that people mostly will model what they know or within the same region, unless they've got like an ultimate favorite, right? Like for me, I grew up in Toronto, so Go Transit, CN, VIA, right? But I've always liked Ontario Northland. It seems like my CN collection is getting to be bigger than my ONR collection, but it's only because there hasn't really been any locomotives put out recently that are decent by manufacturers.
Yeah.
And my VIA collection is just like F40s.
Exploded.
It's all F40s. But
well, technically you got a Tempo, which is technically VIA.
Yeah. I still kind of classify that as CN though, just because of the fact, but yeah, I know what you mean. The tempo's cool too. It's one of my favorites. Such a good set. I mean, like, they killed that one.
And then, Mark come back here, or did he disappear?
He disappeared. Yeah.
Well, he missed it. He missed the train.
He did miss the train. And Perry couldn't make it today because he's busy with Christmas stuff. So I wonder.
Yeah,
I wonder how he's doing.
I was talking to him yesterday about that.
Oh yeah. I wonder how he's doing with the VIA because he's painting that VIA for me. So I'm really excited to get that.
Your Pepsi unit?
Yeah. Super excited.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what my CEFX unit looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And Tristan already has the decoders in for it and everything. I just gotta, and which is already paid for. I just gotta pay for the labor. So as soon as he gets it, he's just gonna bash into it and get it done.
Do you think she'll be good for the 8th and 9th?
I don't know.
Do you know what you're running on the next club layout?
I was gonna run my grain train.
Grain train. You have all the same cars that I do, right? Well, you mostly have the CP, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I think I do have a few CN and all that.
Just 1,000 feet over the brown house. We're descending a little bit. And towards
Yeah, I actually don't know what numbers. I'd actually have to open up the thing and just compare, because really, if I don't have the same numbers as you, we can make one long grain train at your place there on Thursday night, a very long one.
Yeah, true. I'm not even opposed to lending you a bunch. I'll put a little piece of green tape on the bottom, so you know if it's mine or not. And if you need to borrow any grain, then I'll shoot you some grain.
Yeah.
But I know that they're very limiting to how many cars you can run at one time, right? So it's like,
Well, at the club, yeah.
yeah,
Except after a certain time, then it's
free for
go
all.
at it. Yeah, free for all. Yeah. It's quiet right now, so I'm probably just going to head back to my brother's place for the time being. Or I may go quickly grab some lunch in town, because there's not much here.
And it's like just as you're rolling away, a train comes by. And I've glued it to my finger. That's how small these parts are.
There we go.
So I've got like this little U-shaped thing that you attach the brake wheel to, and there's supposed to be a brake chain that goes from the back of this down to where the wheel would be, but it doesn't come with a brake chain because of lack of detail parts. Which is not terrible. It's just, I mean, that would be cool. You could probably add one because there is HO scale chain that you can buy. But yeah, so you just, I'm attaching it to a railing now, and then I got to put a railing on the other side, and then this will go on to the end of the car where you have these end detail pieces here.
Well, they're coming along great. Like, they look awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, it's one of those things
They
that
look really awesome.
you don't really think you can do, and then you do it. So if you're ever scared of trying something, just try it and then assess the situation from there. Because you never know. You might surprise yourself.
Yeah.
I know I did.
So here's a view if you want to see where my brother's place is there. It's actually a beautiful place.
It's a what place?
Beautiful location.
Okay.
I'm right, like, and I'm not far from the tracks as well. Like, we're like, the river's right here. So if you want to see a boat go by, a big boat, like a laker, they're always going up and down the channel. And then I just look north, and then I can actually see what's going on up to the tracks there, because the Kingston sub's just on the other side of the 401 here.
Oh, neat. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Steve, how's it going? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, and the rail line's just over there, just on the other side of the bridge.
Okay. Neat. Guys, you missed a train earlier. We had we were trackside there, and there was a train that went by, a freight train. It was really neat.
600 axles doing 40 mile an hour.
Steve, I'm working on these Sylvan short barrel ore car resin kits. This is kind of what it looks like here without because it doesn't come with trucks. It doesn't come with couplers, but I did manage to add couplers to this one here. I just got to pre-drill holes for the actual wheel sets. There's a little notch on the bottom where you can actually put the where you can pre-drill it, but yeah. So I've got 10 of these to do. 10, and I definitely have my work cut out for me. I've got 5 so far that are almost roughly at this stage here where they've got the handrails on. There's some grab irons on some of them. This is the only one with couplers. I've added couplers to this one here, but none of them have wheels yet. So I'm just kind of using this one as my reference as I opened up my second box of 5, and I've got one here that I've been working on. This is how it started. This is what it looked like at the beginning of the stream, and now it basically, I was able to get the roof detail on here, some end detail, but the main part with the bottom, and I got some stanchions on this end here, and yeah, it's you know what, it is fun. And I was telling everybody else, like Bubs, who's also in the chat here with us, he gave me 2 of these boxes which have 5 in them, 5 in each, and he gave them to me, and it was very nice of him. And he's like, "Here, have at it," because he knew I was going to get some of the Rapido ones. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I have to build these now. So I'm trying. It's not something I've ever done before, but I think they're turning out decent. I'm going to say decent. I'm not going to say they're perfection or anything like that because I am not a pro, but I'm trying my darndest to not mess them up. Even something like this here, this is a couple of pieces. I took a couple of very small pieces just to build this here. This is the brake wheel, right? You got the 2 railings, and there's like a little U-shaped thing in there that holds the wheels and the railings together. Yeah, super nice of them to do that. It's the season of giving.
Well, I didn't know what I was going to do with them for one, so, and they were just sitting at my place, so I'm like, why not?
It's definitely unexpected and super nice of you to do that.
Yeah. So I found my pin drill. It was actually under my A-line case in my truck.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay.
You can see I just glued it on the end there. It just sits there. It's on the edge, and it's, yeah. So I got a couple more railings to put on that end there besides that one, and then I'll be able to, you can see all this wire here, right? This wire, it bends really easily, it cuts really easily, and I have to do all the railings here. It's a pain to use. It's just a pain, but you gotta use it, right? So
I think some of that is also to be used for piping as well.
that's true. And there's some styrene here. It includes some styrene that is it's a little bit bigger than the actual railing, and that's also used for detail parts. You get wheels, and you also get these things here. These are the steps, which I'm probably going to put on here probably next, I think, after the railings. You guys can see that, hopefully, maybe. Steve has a question for you, Bubs. Are you still there, Bubs? I think Bubs is disconnected. he was there in the background, but he keeps going quiet and it cuts off. How many long car center beams can those A-line cases hold? Oh, my wife's in the chat. Hi, Steph. And Bubs, yeah, Bubs is gone. Great job. Back to work ago. Have a wonderful day. Have a neat day, Steph. Last thing I said to her when I dropped her off at work. Have a neat day. I'm sure he'll pop back up in a minute there, and I'm sure he'll tell you roughly. Are you talking about the 72 footers? I think they're 72 feet, or they classify them as 72 feet. Like this one here. Oh yeah, here he is. He's, don't have a good day. Have a great day. Hey, you have a great day.
There we go.
Bubs, you're there, right? You can hear me? Rando. He's half there. He's there, but he's not there. Brandon.
Yeah, I got you there. I'm gonna have to get out of the streaming cameras. It sounds like a cat right now is talking. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm very sorry. This thing is dusty. I gotta clean this thing. Oh my gosh. This has been through so much. This one's actually neat. This is an OVR exclusive. This is the Ontario Northland. They did 4 numbers of these in the Atlas. I'm pretty sure it's a 72 footer.
There we go. I'm back.
Okay. Question for you.
Okay.
From Steve.
Okay.
He wants to know, and you know these 72 footer center beams?
Yeah.
Okay. How many of those do you feel that you can fit in your A-line case boxes?
Ooh, that's actually pretty tough.
How many rows? How many rows, first of all?
Well, I got 4 rows.
4 rows.
And 5 boxes.
4 rows. Okay. Well, let's break it down. So there's 4 rows. How many do you think would fit into one row? What, 3? 3 or 4?
I would say 3.
3. Okay, so
2 comfortable. Yeah, 3. Like 2 comfortably. 3, it'd be close.
Yeah, like coupler to coupler, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 4. So you said there was 3 rows. Sorry, no, 4 rows. So
4 rows, and I also got the 5. I got the low silhouette side, so it's a 5 boxes that go in the case.
Yeah. Okay, so 8, 12. So about 12 per case, and you have how many cases?
1 case right now.
Well, sorry, how many boxes fit in the case?
Well, you can either get the 5 boxes, which are the low sides, or you can get the 4 high sides.
Okay, well, let's say 4. So 12 is 24, 48. You'd probably fit about 48 in a case.
No. You probably only fit maybe. Let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12. Well, yeah. Well, actually, no.
12 per box. And then 4 boxes.
Yeah, you're right, because right now 3 of my boxes take up 48 of my potash cars.
Ah. But those are super small.
They're 40 feet. They're actually 43 feet.
43. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But you have like extra foam inserts and all that stuff too, right?
Actually, I just got the inserts that came with it.
Oh,
I don't have extra foam with it. It's just the foam that already came with it. That's it.
yeah. Hi, Emily. Thanks for joining us. Steve said that it's good because between those and some stray auto racks, that would be a good to get the case, probably high side.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If he gets the high-sided case, though, which it only fits 4 sleeves, then you're cutting down 1 box from there.
Mm-hmm. No. Yeah, there we go. Got all the end railings are on there, or stanchions, I should say. Got all the stanchions on that side. Steve wants to know if the low side boxes fit tall cars.
I don't know if you may fit the bulks, but you will not fit any auto racks or bi-levels. I will tell you that right now. Those actually need the longer one. Those actually need the tall box set, the versions.
They're very nice cases, and it definitely saves you from having to unbox and then rebox every single little car you have, especially when you have the amount that Brandon has there.
I still can't even fit my entire intermodal train in there.
Jeez. So you're going to need a second case for that.
Well, the 3-car sets that Walters came out with the drawbars, they actually don't fit in the case when they're together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's technically too long of a car.
Is that a design flaw, or is that just how it is?
I think that's just because of the case, how it's made and all that. If Proto Power decides to make a case where it's a little bit longer,
yeah,
and make the boxes longer, I'd definitely buy a few that way there. I could actually bring also those cars to the club and then just take them out and plop them, because with the low side, with how I have the boxes, I can actually put one set of 3 cars in, and then, or I could, with my intermodals, I can actually put the single wells in the bottom, put a can in, and then flip the other side. So actually I could put more well cars in the actual case than what is there.
Oh, neat. He said, thanks for the info. Needs to protect some cars, so those sound much better. Of course, I have gotten non-box stuff from train shows as well. Yeah, that also helps. If you buy a lot of stuff that doesn't come with boxes, they'll need a home for sure.
Oh, definitely.
I'm adding the step ladders now. You can kind of see on the ends there. Super small. And I dropped one on the ground, so I'm going to be crawling around here after looking for it.
No.
Yeah, like
no.
I cut it and then it flicked, and I know it hit me, but I'm wearing a black sweater anyway, so I wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah.
So I know it's either going to fall off of me or it's fallen and it's right under my chair. So it didn't go too far, at least. So,
is it a black piece or is it a white piece?
Oh yeah. It's a little step ladder that goes at the very end. Like there's one on my finger right now.
Oh, that's going to be small to see.
Yep. So I'll have to put on my good-looking glasses just to be able to find it.
Yeah, turn on a flashlight as well.
The neat thing is that because it's so small of a piece, I put glue on the where I'm gluing it to.
Yeah.
And I don't even have to hold it long. I just put it up to it, and the glue just kind of grabs it and pulls it, and it's going to dry right on there. And,
oh, that's good.
Yeah, very easy to use. Okay. Well, I got a decent amount done on this one car, just the one car. I'm sure I'll work on the other ones, but I got to complete the other 5 that I've already started. I just want to start a brand new box of stuff here just for the stream, so that everyone can kind of follow along with how to build one of these in case they've been thinking of getting one or starting a new project. It's not expensive either. I think was it about $60 for a set of 5?
Yeah, I bought those at a yard sale a while back, and it cost me $60. Well, I actually got them for a deal for $100 total.
Oh, for the two sets.
Yeah.
Okay. So
really, it was a steal.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be fairly close to retail at that point, especially if everything is still there and whatnot, right? Like nothing was damaged, nothing was missing. So.
Oh no, but that's how it came as the box, and as well as all those the trucks that came with it there too that were taped to it. Those were included in the price.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it looks like it's an extra $5 for a set of trucks. So depending on, yeah, because these are all stickered Railview trains. So for the 100 ton trucks, it looks like it's about $550 for a set of these, and you'll need them for all the cars that you get. So however many you get, you'll need trucks for it. Check with OVR Trains. They should have some of these ore car kits in singles. Get one, try it, build it, yell at it like I do sometimes. They also have the trucks and whatever couplers tickle your fancy there. They've got all the parts and whatnot. Remember, it's either ONR or CN, and then there's short barrel and long barrel. Whichever ones you go with, just remember to do the paint and whatnot in accordance to how the prototype is. Unless you want to do a wacky, fun pink one or something, I don't know, whatever you're into. But if you're trying to keep it proto, then they've got all the paint and stuff as well for you. So yeah, thank you so much for the kits here. It's really fun. Did you want any, or no? You're like, did you want me to make you some? Like, I'm doing.
Oh, no. I'm good. I'm
You're
good. No, I don't. My ore cars are the ore cars I do. They're of the CP ones. They're from Sudbury to. So it's those little guys that I run sometimes.
Okay.
So I usually run. I think it's what they call the Herbie split train.
Herbie. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it goes from Sudbury to a mine in Hervey, Ontario, and they actually dig up nickel and bring it back to Sudbury.
Neat. That's really cool. Well, other than that, I went a little bit past my 2 hours, but that's okay. We've got a lot done here. So a couple of notes for this week. Thursday, keeping track, 7 o'clock. And then 8 o'clock is GVO After Dark. The Christmas special, we've got lots of giveaways and whatnot. We're doing the 12 days of giveaways. So there's 12 prizes to be given away. OVR Trains, miniprints.com, Grand Central Scenery.com.
Just let you know my signal is acting up.
I'm rounding off anyways, but they're sponsoring the live, and they've supplied all the prizes for you guys. 2 exclusive prizes for members only. So the bronze, silver, and platinum will be able to win a $100 auto rack. Very nice CP, yellow. Go check out the review I did on it. And then if you're part of the silver or the platinum, you have an opportunity to win a DCC Sound Locomotive Athearn Genesis with Toonami. That's Tsunami 2. I just call it Toonami. But yeah, it's an awesome locomotive that would work with anybody's modern day layout. And it's nice to add to the roster. So those will be 2 exclusives for just members only. If you want to join to become a member, link should be in the description. Or if you go to my landing page of my channel, there is a join button. You can join that way. Honestly, it's like a $2 for the silver, or sorry, not the silver, the bronze, and $5 for the silver, and platinum is $15, I believe. So if you want to become a member, lots of perks. I'm going to be doing lots more giveaways in the future. I'm about 38 subscribers away from 2,000 subscribers, and at the 2,000 point, I'm going to do another giveaway, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a loco to give away, or some variation of that. Either, you pick out the locomotive, and if you win, and I buy it for you, or whatever. But I'll do a big giveaway at the 2K mark. For all my other subscribers, make sure that you are a subscriber in order to be entered to win, or to win any of the other prizes. Like I said, I got a gift card from Miniprints, and a few other giveaway stuffs, rolling stock, some scenery stuff from Grand Central, gift card. I think I said gift card already, but from Miniprints. So tons of cool stuff, and that's all happening this Thursday night on GVO After Dark. So make sure you tune in, because you can't win if you're not watching. So, but yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Bubs, for being in the field, standing in the cold, and and really roughing it out there. You sent it.
Hey.
You definitely just sent it today.
It's what I do. It's the best. It's what I do, is catching trains if I'm not working on the live stream, working on something. Hopefully I'm always out and about there in the field trying to catch any live trains.
Well, we definitely appreciate it. And we'll see you all on Thursday. Thank you so much, everybody. You have a good week.
Have a good week.